All right, y'all. Welcome back. And Tennessee finally ends the streak. Obviously, it's huge news for all of us as Tennessee fans. Excellent game. I think we came out with a great game plan. We executed well. Shouts out to everybody that's hating on whoever on this staff because they definitely got it done. Tim Banks gave up, well, what they gave up, like 11 points or something, which is really more than we should have. But listen, I'm not going to sit here and harp on the negatives, Pete, because it is such a big deal that we did win this game. Super, super happy for us. Like we'll go through some of the stats and all that type of stuff. Let me just say this really, really quickly because we're not going to spend too much time here, because we do have to skate. But I'm going to say this, okay? I didn't feel like Tennessee was going to be able to win this game without Wendell Moy playing a guard. He didn't play not a single solitary snap that I can think of. And we won this game, and we're very dominant. We moved people up front. I love to see it. That's the way that you answer the call, baby. If we call you out, then that's what you're supposed to do. Defense stepped up. Defensive line looked really good. Devin Hobbs had a great game. Secondary looked good. Linebackers, we played a whole lot of base defense, 4-3 that we talked a whole lot about, 3-4. Once we started to go to the nickel, things didn't look as good. But hopefully now the staff understands what we're supposed to do. Ran the football a whole lot, which we'll get to the stats here in just a second. But, Pete, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. So, I mean, heck, well, first I'll say this, he said 3-4, he meant 4-3, okay? I mean, you guys know, he's been talking about it for months, for weeks.
4-3 and 3-4.
Yeah, well, y'all, both of them. But listen, you talk about the offensive line, we continue to, kind of count Umarov out and kind of sleep on him. Listen, all he does is continue to show up. I think he had a good game today. I think the offensive line overall, I mean, especially that first half, I mean, how many just easy, not even easy, but just how many times did we just absolutely move the line of scrimmage, especially in short yardage situations? I feel like we definitely won the line of scrimmage tonight. And, I mean, that's just a kudos to those guys. Kudos to, Coach Ellerby, to that whole group showing up, answering the call, and being ready to go out there and play. I think just like you talked about all week, I think they might have been listening to the daggum show because you saw a whole lot of run heavy stuff. I mean, we're running the ball. We ran the ball 31 times in the first half, I think it was. Yeah. Almost 200 yards, like 170 something yards in the first half. So, I mean, this team came out here and did the right thing. We didn't try to push the ball down the field. Listen, we didn't take a deep shot down the field until like the fourth quarter, I think. And that was just trying to get Joey over 200 yards, which we did. But overall, man, pleased with how we performed. I think the defense showed up, played well. The 4-3, the 3-4, that stuff looked good early. I mean, they didn't get a first down until I think midway through the second quarter. So, I think, you just tip your hat to what the staff did and to the players coming out here ready to play. Listen, we told you guys, we're not really playing for anything. I mean, as far as trophies, stuff like that. But what we tell you guys start season, well, I don't know if we touch start season, but I say this all the time. We ain't playing for trophies, We're planning to have the opportunity to go out there and fight somebody for 4 quarters. And this is a big-time rivalry game. They came out here and gave us their best shot. We gave them our best shot, and I think we handled business today, and we're definitely the more dominant team. You hate that the score got as close as it did late, that we didn't preserve the shutout, that we didn't put up more points. But overall, dominating win, finally ended the streak tonight.
Yep. 100%. So I'm going to switch this on over, P, and we're going to pull up these stats. So if I'm not mistaken, so we didn't score anything in the second half. That is something that, I'm not going to try to be negative or anything, but like moving forward to next week in the offseason, we have to work on being able to call plays outside of the opening script. We have a really good opening script. Super proud of what we did out there. We felt like we'd get off to a fast start, which is exactly what we did. I mean, just happy about getting that dub. So I'm going to try to get to the chat here real quick. This one right here from Jeff Samuel. Man, this is real small. All right, so it's saying, let's go. Should have won by 50. But most complete game that we've had all year. I would. I'm right there with you with everything that you're saying. Yeah, we should have put up more points. I think that one of the things that P and I we were talking about, Coach Heupel has to find that dog. He doesn't have that killer mentality. He doesn't got that jerk. We need more of that jerk because, we could have scored 60 or 70 points in this game. Think about all the times for us as Tennessee fans with Spurrier, running it up or whoever the hell, right? They're going to keep on trying to score. I would love to see us do that. So Heupel, hopefully, man, he can go out and find him somebody in the offseason that's going to say, Coach, press the button. You know what I'm saying? Pedal to the metal, keep it going. But anyway, I'm just going to try to get through a few more of these chats. I'm just going to pull up some of these. Sorry, y'all, but we do have to We do have to skate, you know what I mean? But we definitely want to celebrate this with everybody because it is huge, huge, huge. Love it. Okay, yeah. So and I was
Mhm.
pretty close. I said the same thing. I was pretty close to it. Yes, sir. Go Vols. Yeah, man. Beautiful, beautiful. Hey, people are excited about this. Hypo play calling masterclass for sure. I think that he
That
did
shit
some
hurt.
good things. He maybe could have done some other things. So this one right here from Chatsworth, he's saying that he's so relieved and happy. Go large orange, beat Vandy. Yes, so that one's coming up. Of course, we're going to be getting to that here very, very quickly, but let's go ahead and play the clip for you. Thank you so much, Chatsworth. Yes, but Vanderbilt is next. We're going to have a whole lot of film breakdowns on that. G. Whitey saying that he thought that we might win by double digits, but mercy, proud of our team and proud of proud of the coaching, 1,000,000%. All right, so a whole lot of folks just kind of like giving their thoughts. Matt, appreciate you, bro. You already know, dog. Yeah, for sure. I think that a 4-3 would have really helped us out all year long. And we could have put up another 20. Yeah, no question. Yeah, belt to ass. I'm gonna go ahead and spell it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it out for you. All right, so this one. So this is another super chat from our dog Tay. He's saying that we're having gator steaks, gator bites, gator nuggets, gator popcorn, gator waffles, and washing it down with orange juice. Go big orange, man. Hey, I love that type of energy, dog. Man, hey, I'm loving it. I'm loving all the vibes. You already know. So let's go ahead and tap into this. Let's go through the stats real quick, P. So we ran the football 51 times, 248 yards, about 4.9 yards per carry. I thought that we'd get to about 5 yards per carry. I said that Florida would get it at about 4.6. They were at 4.8. 145 yards. Joey got over his 200 yards passing, which is fine. We only threw the football 22 times. That's perfectly fine. No turnovers, which is insane. Which is insane. Ethan Davis had a well of a day, P.
Yeah, hey, we told you guys pregame, didn't we? We said somebody asked us about who's going to be the breakout guy. We say Ethan Davis. And listen, we love Kitzelman, love him. Think he's a great guy and gives his all. But we do think that I think there's more ability behind him, and I think we saw it tonight. I mean, the play Ethan Davis scored on. Just ask yourselves if that's Kitzelman, do you think he scores on that? I mean, listen, we don't, we're not trying to. We just try to keep it real for you guys, but we know, hey, maybe some of the players, or maybe some players' family, friends, whatever may see this. We're not trying to talk bad, but we're just trying to keep it real. That's what we do. That's why some of you guys love us, right? Because we keep it 100% with you guys. And I think we're better without him in our starting rotation. Now, hopefully he goes on and can have an NFL career and all that stuff. But I think this team is better with Ethan Davis, with with Jack, with Brain, with those guys because they have more ability. But listen, I think offensively we had a pretty good game. You touched on Hypo needing to be able to adjust and all that stuff second half. I think something that would be beneficial for him and for this team is if he hires analysts, probably multiple analysts, get you a team of geeks, nerds, whatever you want to call them, get you a team of people that can be your in-game adjusters and say, hey, listen, coach, hey, we're crunching numbers during the game, These are some things that could work for you that you could adjust to. Like you've been running this, it's been working. The last time you ran it, they adjusted. This would be a good counter. I think that could be something that could help him because listen, hey, big time win. We ended the streak, been what, like 22 years? But you and I, we're always thinking about championships, right? That's why to start the show, my brothers, talked about Hypo having that killer mentality. These are games we could have put up 60 points on these guys. We didn't do it. Big time rival, haven't won there in 22 years. Go ahead and put them away. I think for us to take the next step forward, maybe without changing the head coach, because we talked about this too, didn't we? Hey, name one head coach in the last 100 years that's not been a jerk who's won the whole thing. I mean, just you guys take your time, look it up, Google it, see if you can find anybody. Now, I think Hypo maybe could do it, but I do think things need to change, and that could be something like you talked about. If you get maybe some in-game guys who can help him adjust on the fly, I think it help take his team to the next level. But overall, pleased with the performance. Big-time win on the road in the swamp at night. The crowd was sold out. Looked like early on. I mean, they were there. They're trying to win. I think we got their best shot, and we just took it to them early on.
Yep. All right, so very well said, P. We got a couple super chats that we need to get to. The first one right here is from our dog, Matt SS. He said that he got 5 on it. Eat a big one, Florida, and he's laughing in their face. And I'm also tell y'all this. This is the time, because we already know Florida fans. It's been a long time since we went down there and won. P, you said it, 22 years. Listen, we know that they'll probably be back at some point. Rub it in their faces. Get on social media. This is the time to act a donkey for sure. So let's go ahead and play this clip. Thank you so much, Matt. And the next one right here is from our dog, 10 Vols 1084 for $50, saying, "Go Vols, what a great game." Thank you so much for that, bro. Thank you to everybody who is watching. Man, listen, that is huge. We feel very, very humbled. But yeah, I mean, obviously there are so many things that, I mean, look, like you can always point to, hey, it's a whole bunch of positives, a whole bunch of negatives, whatever. We're not going to harp on the negatives, too much tonight. There's just so many positives. Like, why? I think that, we're all super proud. We all should be very, very proud. The way that the team showed up. I think maybe, P, we talked about this pregame. Maybe staying in Gainesville, maybe that made a difference. I don't know. Like, whatever they did, replicate it, because we'll have to go back down there again at some point. Hyper will probably still be the coach. I see him staying around for a very, very long time. And, let's just try to replicate whatever we did out there. And, let's just finish this season strong. I love the 4-3, though. And whether it's 4-3 or it's 3-4, I love our base defense, because we're shorthanded in our secondary, and we have linebackers who can play. This was a really good matchup for our defense, I think, and we talked about it all week long. And Coach Heupel, Coach Halsted, the whole offensive staff did a great job of scheming up around a really talented defensive front for Florida with guys that are very talented, obviously, for Tennessee's offensive line. But just getting them up to speed, getting them ready, and then sticking to the run. Like, even on plays when, hey, it didn't look great, whatever, we stuck to it. Shouts out to the backs. Shouts out to just the whole damn team. I really couldn't be prouder of what we did out there. And we're going to celebrate this. I'm going to be celebrating it while I'm watching film all night long. And then, of course, as I'm going through film, I gotta take my notes, and we're going to come back with some grades tomorrow. And we're going to break down what I think Tennessee can do better moving forward, because, we want to win out. We got Vanderbilt next week, and, I think that we can do some good things in our bowl. But, P, what are your closing thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think we said it all about this game. Obviously a big one. We're already looking forward to freaking next week a little bit. Like Kobe said, job's not finished. We got Vandy next week, and, that's a 2-loss team. They're playing really good ball. I don't know if they, what they're –
talk about the defense?
Oh, yeah. Here. Oh, yeah. Hey, only 2 sacks. But listen, were both of those Hobbs and Spillman. Hobbs played a well of a game. Only 2. I feel like we had more than that. We were wreaking havoc all day long, I think, in the backfield. And then, AC, man. I mean, I think those 2 weeks, 2-3, how long it's been off, 2-3 weeks, really healing up those toes.
AC's back.
Yeah, AC's back. He's playing ball, and it kind of reminds you. It reminded me of who he really is, because I was about, I'll be honest, I kept saying, hey, I'm done with him. But seeing him back healthy tonight, yeah, he's a legitimate player. He's a big time SEC linebacker. He showed up tonight. I think he played well. Like I said, Hobbs played, flashed a ton tonight. I think overall, man, Tyree West, you kept seeing him flash. I think the D-line played really well. I think the front seven played really well.
Corners played well.
Yeah. Corners played well. I think the defense overall played really well. Yeah. It sucks that we give up some stuff late, and that's kind of playing that bend but don't break. Hey, we're up. That type of deal. But it's gonna happen. But I think overall, man, everyone on defense played well. Offense played well as well.
Only got 1 sack to them.
O-line protected well. Again, without Wendell Moy, which we talked about this. I mean, I think Umarov's a guy. People continue to sleep on him, but he's there, shows up. We did see Bennett Warren come in a little bit early when what's his name went down. David Sanders went down. We saw Bennett Warren. gave up some things early. Like when he was in the game, I think we had to settle for a field goal on that drive, maybe. So that's something to kind of look for if he plays any more this season or looking forward to next season. Do we need to go out and get another tackle if he's not ready to go? And I think he will be. He's a talented kid. He's got a whole nother offseason to go through. But, man, just a great team effort. We saw guys show up across the board. I think Morris ran well there late.
Yeah, he did.
Bishop had a well of a day. So just really pleased with how he performed. And, just ready to go ahead and finish the season off strong. We got one more next week. And that's the big question. Hey, the team's got a chance to make the playoffs. What do you value more? And let's just say we live in a world where, Vandy winning somehow keeps Georgia out. Like, well, let's just say Georgia loses to Georgia Tech. They're both 2-loss teams. Vandy would be the last 2-loss team to get in if they win, or Georgia gets in if Vandy loses. I'm going to tell you guys right now. I'm a daggum door next week if that's what it comes down to. Let's get a 2-loss Vandy in over a 2-loss Georgia, but we'll see if it comes down to that. But, man, we got a big one next week in Knoxville.
Yeah. Yeah, so we obviously we can't stand Georgia, but yeah, I don't know if it's even going to come down to that. But yeah, I mean, you know what? Vanderbilt looked good, but I'm just want to try to focus as much on what we did out there tonight as possible. I just think that there's so many things that people have talked about in a lot of different places over the course of the year with, oh, we're not doing this, we're not doing that. It wasn't all perfect, but a whole lot of that got better. Yeah, there were still some things that I think that we maybe could have cleaned up, but you're going to have good games, you're going to have bad games. We are still shorthanded in a couple of spots, but I just, again, like I said, I couldn't be prouder of what they did, given what we have, giving the resources, however you want to look at that, every way that you want to look at that. Very, very, very proud of what we did out there, man. Like you make the Florida fans start to leave early. Like we were talking to our members. Yeah, man, and we had some members that were at the game. They're like, hey, they're already leaving. That was early in the first quarter. They already leaving. So, I mean, that type of stuff, man, like that's what Tennessee is supposed to be. And I think that the future is very, very bright for us. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. Like we said, we will be back tomorrow. We hope that y'all can join us for it. We might actually go live for it, just so that we can celebrate more with y'all. And sorry that we had to skate out. Hate it, but, things just are what they are. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you could, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and we will be catching up with y'all tomorrow. Have a great night, y'all. Like, be safe, be smart. I already know that y'all going to be celebrating. I'm about to go do the same thing. Members will probably still be chopping up all night long, but appreciate y'all. Love y'all, and we'll be talking to y'all tomorrow. Peace.